In many of the elections this year, both at the statewide level and in the down ballot races, new candidates emerged and scored victories. Minot State political science professor Jeanette Larshus commented on how voters indicated they were looking for new voices.
Some of these newer candidates are getting more votes. They might not have the name recognition, but we have a new wave of people coming into the political process, whether that's on the city council, the school board, or even Cara Munn getting the voter turnout that she did.